Come on.
That's cold. Yeah, I just got that. They messed it up last night. They slammed it all over the ground.
Yeah. What is that? Is that white paint?
It's supposed to be like when you put a low light on it.
Yeah.
It'll go in the water.
Okay. All right, hold your hands straight out. Squat. Cough. All right. You got any, of course you got tattoos. You get your ears pierced?
Yeah.
Both of them? Any birthmarks?
No.
No birthmarks? What about scars? Like any new scars?
No, no scars.
No,
No.
what about the scars in your head? Any of those?
No, I don't think so unless I got a slap. To be honest with you, they mixed me so much last night, I fell out, so
Turn around, let me see.
I couldn't tell you nothing.
Hold your left leg up, face me, hold your left leg up. And that's Scott and me.
We should.
Yeah, for the same day.
What about your other leg? Okay, hold your arms out. What is that, MOB?
Yeah.
And that's a skull in your arm.
Yeah.
With some flames coming out.
Yeah.
What's that paragraph on your arm?
Yeah, it's a scripture.
It's a scripture. You know, the Bible scripture. What about that under your tattoo right there? This right here. That's a tattoo.
Yeah, that's from a tattoo.
You know, boxing gloves on your other arm.
Yeah.
TKO.
And I got this one.
What's that say?
He gave it.
Who?
He gave it.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got my first and last one right here.
Okay.
And then I got this man.
Tiffany.
Yeah. And that's what I read.
Let me get you a sign right here. That's what I read to say. You know what this is? Lysol. Supposed to kill all the lice and stuff in your head. If you got it, probably don't. You gotta put it in there. Right. Just rub it around like a shampoo. Make sure you get behind your ears and everything too. Hold your hand up. Don't let it get behind. You know, burn. Put it up under your armpits. Hit your pubes with it.
I'm gonna drop like 50% of it.
Make sure you get it all in there. Yeah, here's some more. That's it. Make sure you put it all in there, rub it all in. Let it.
Some stars on my hand too.
Yeah, I can see it. Them new skies, huh?
Yeah, that happened last night.
Are they burning?
Yeah.
You need to see like a nurse or something about it?
No, I'm cool. I just want to go lay down.
Alright. I'm gonna give your shoestrings back, but I gotta take these Air Force One symbols up out of here.
I would say them Jordan.
They forces too, though, right?
Yeah, they got forces. Right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got you.
You know I got locked up over here, so I couldn't tell you. That was brand new last night.
Really? You see, push it. Just turn it on so it'll get hot. I'm gonna put these symbols up in your pocket. So when you get released, you'll still have them. Alright? Alright, let me go get the towel for you real fast. I'll be right back. There you go. It's open up? Yeah. Now go ahead and take a shower. You know what to do.
What's the story of the Jordans?
Jordans? What you mean, the shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, these? They had symbols on them, like, let me show you. Where did I put them at? These are the metal symbols. They come on the Air Force Ones. These are Air Force Ones / Jordans. Little metal symbol, or they're plastic sometimes. We got to take them out of their shoes because you never know what they could do with them. Sharpen them up, use them in a fight, you know what I'm saying? So we got to take those out. Those with any shoes, any metal objects on any shoes, we got to take them off. Now I just got to go through his clothes.
Do you remember this guy?
Very vaguely. I remember his face. I'll never forget his face. He a pretty mild-mannered dude, from what I know.
Have you ever had anybody come in who you knew from the outside?
Yeah, a couple guys.
What's that like?
First thing I do is I tell them I told you, because usually when I see them out in the streets, or just when I see them, period, I always tell them, man, make sure you're doing the right thing, you know, stay out of trouble. I don't really tell them a whole lot to stay out of trouble on the street because I don't like people to know their business, you know what I'm saying? I don't go out to somebody and say, hey, stay out of trouble, you know, because then a lot of folks know that I'm a detention officer, and then they know that that person's been in jail, so I don't do that. But I just talk to them, you know. Tell them, make them try to find out if they're going to school or not, what kind of job they got, things of that nature.
So those are people that have already been in that you've run into on the outside.
Right.
Is there anybody that you've had a friend come in or anything like that?
No. Not when I was working here. Before I was working here.
took it?
Yeah, but there's only one thing of it. Okay, come on, guys.
Hey, is that alright if I get extra milk? Person, dirty extra.
No, man. I don't know, dog.
I had remember. Yeah. Hey, which one? The one in the window or the
I'm always trying to get over.
Thank you.
I got yeah, I got. Hey, ain't nobody on the bottom, miss. Anybody on the bottom? Anybody on the bottom?
This is the time my mama like smash and shit. I don't like it. Only fuck around.
But they film us while we eat. I don't like that. That's what they
I ain't got no legs, dog. I'll always try to get over you, boy.
Always, Percy, huh? You need to let me whoop him up real quick. You need to let me whoop him up real quick.
Hey, James,
Whoop who up? Whoop who up? Top side.
Top
Put
side.
that bag back on you.
Hey, who took your bag off? You know, if Mark come back, he gonna put it back on.
Come back at 3.
Oh, Nelly! Stop using so much foul language.
Get that. Profanity. I curse too.
Man, that dude, he look like bless your butt. You know what I'm talking about? 202. What up? Man, you better quit playing. He ain't gonna be on Juvies anyway. It ain't Juvies. It's none of your business.
It's a biography of his life.
Well, I can't be on that.
Because you ain't got a sight enough life.
Because you old.
it's strange close, no, man.
Hey, Percy. Hey, 210 said I can get it straight. You heard? Hey, split it with me. I got you. Snacks for 3 days. I ain't saying close the door. I got you snacks for 3 days.
Damn for 3 days. Bold.
Why?
3 days?
I don't care about this time. I'm home.
You know, we could have some burgers for 3 days. We can have them cooked.
I don't know that. You can have snacks of your choice. He look like he about to do this again.
Oh. 210.
Yeah. Last time we played.
He still gave it to me. Well, he gave me one the next
Miss
day.
Diane, how you been?
What's that other girl name?
I don't know. I just know Miss Diane.
The light skin lady.
I seen her and Mary.
Huh?
Oh, man.
From Jefferson. He in here? Oh yeah, I know I saw him. He was in church. I saw him in church.
Got him.
Yeah. As bogeys, too many people getting locked up, man. Especially too many people I know.
Hang around the wrong crowd. You know, get a job when you get out?
Huh?
You try to get a job when you get out?
Heck yeah, I need to get
I
one.
took my milk, man. I did. You didn't give it to me anyway. You did. Yeah, you took it. Yeah.
He got you on camera, you getting hold.
Yeah, man.
Nah, I was just playing.
What?
I didn't get that milk. Get that milk. Go get it.
You ain't eat? Not gonna eat? Nah, man, eat. not supposed to be going
Should have said that. I gave him mine. Should have said I don't want to eat. I gave him mine yesterday.
Hey, that ain't no problem, man. That's your problem. Y'all ain't supposed to be gambling.
That's y'all problem. We ain't gamble. I just ain't want it.
Bad, whatever y'all doing, man.
Said he
Y'all ain't supposed to be doing that.
He said, just ain't want it, and I gave it to him. He said, well, I want something I can do. I'm gonna gamble with him on the top side.
I mean, that's not my problem, dog. You did that. That was your decision. Not mine.
Tell him you said, all right, Joe. Tell him go in the booth.
Yeah, all right, Joe.
You talking shit there?
Huh?
How's the food today?
It's good.
Pretty good. Most of the food is decent. Besides breakfast.
Breakfast, we always have some boo-boo breakfast.
No, we don't. I like Raisin Bran.
Man,
And that oatmeal today. I smashed that oatmeal.
What about the grits?
Oh, no.
you smash them too. That's what you told me?
That wasn't grits. That was cream of wheat.
I don't eat breakfast, bro, like that. Unless it's dangerous.
So, y'all.
Boy, you know what kind of...
I told you. I think I be mixing stuff for no reason. Like you like this in the world too. Have you ever tried peanut butter with hot chips?
No.
Fire.
It's good enough.
Real talk.
It's smoke.
I looked at me crazy and I said, we don't
What?
He stay calling you in this room and don't say nothing.
Yeah, man.
You fight your
You
game.
must like my name. Cause you from the same hood. I'm telling everybody you got hold in jail too.
got fired on the bell.
Yeah. I'm telling you got fired on by somebody from Fifth Block. But man, they got fired on.
You didn't do nothing.
Swung back and missed.
They gonna get that boy bone.
You don't deserve to be on our block.
The Kings gonna kick him out. And all them folks over there, I mean.
You don't deserve to be on our block.
Yeah, what that sound.
They'll never give us ranch. You never get it.
Never.
Italian.
It's like, only time we get ranch is when we don't go to the cab.
I know the stuff that we don't eat, that should be good.
That's why you save it and then put it on whatever.
I'm not no scientist like you. I don't know what to put it on.
You gotta try it. Sometimes I'm eating some nasty outcomes. You like, damn. That's why you only put it on the portion at first.
Now you went too far with the going on all of it now.
Tastes good.
On all of it, big? That ain't what it do.
It's the same thing. Just eating it regular, just like that.
I'm talking about you putting it on your tater tots too,
It's
big.
the same thing. Tater tots and these chicken nuggets.
That ain't the same thing, man.
One potatoes and one chicken, but it tastes the same. They probably just baked in the same on the same pan.
That dude crazy.
Dang. Which we had a guy roll up. That's what I got to take. All guy roll. We're gonna have dangerous tomorrow.
You said what?
We don't have it before Wednesday.
We're gonna have before we leave.
Okay, when a child gets arrested, they first go to intake. They have their intake procedure done up front, and then intake would call a detention officer, which is what I am, and we would walk up to intake department, search the child, escort them back to the pod that they're going to be assigned to, and from there they read the rules, regulations, and we start showering them in. We have to search all their clothing, they get a shower, and then we issue them clothing and assign them a room and just take them to their room.
So what would be, what do you think would be going through a kid's head? For the first time to have to experience something like that.
A lot of children, their first time coming here would be nervous, but some of them have been through it before, so they come in with the attitude that they know what's going on and that kind of thing.
So some kids will show up with an attitude already, but is it bravado? Is it would you say deep down inside nobody really wants to be here? What do you think?
Right. Nobody wants to be here when they come here, but they go out and they do the same thing and get rearrested, come back. They try to put on that brave face for other kids too, and you could tell though, once they have been here a few days, their act fades and they regret what they did.
What would you say your primary role is here?
My role here as a detention officer is just to provide safety for all the residents, making sure they're taken care of, fed, showered.
You find yourself kind of softening up for some of these kids?
At times I might be soft for some of them because I get to know them and you forget what they're here for half the time.
Yeah, have you, this is, as a DO, do you work the juvenile system? Have you ever worked, the adult section ever, or is it?
I've worked as a juvenile detention center for 8 years now. I've never worked with adults, just children, basically up to 18.
And if you have kids of your own, there's that sort of idea that, you're always on that fine line of your own kids potentially being incarcerated, right? Not God forbid, but it's how do you have that feeling of always being on that, knowing that you have to watch out for your own kids and knowing that there's potentially these kids are innocent to some extent. There's innocent kids in here that come in who just putting it caught in the system.
Right. I have 2 children of my own, so as a mother, I can see, I look at some of these kids and I automatically think that's somebody's child. So, you gotta watch out for them, and take care of them too.
Is there a daily process, or does it change from day to day?
We have a daily process here that we follow. Certain things can change on day to day, but we have a schedule basically that we follow.
And then court day is every Monday and Friday, is that right?
Court for the residents, they have detention hearings for the ones that come in, and then the ones that have scheduled court dates are Tuesday and Thursday. The detention hearings are Monday and Wednesdays.
And so you might have a child who's thinking that he's going to go home. He has his detention hearing, he's going to get off, he's going to go home, and it doesn't happen. What's the demeanor, when you have a child who suddenly finds out that he's going to stay here longer?
Yeah, some residents that go to court have it in their head that they're going to be released. Things can change. They can go to court. The judge can detain them or send them somewhere else. They come back. They're either really upset or mad, and you never know if they're going to try to take it out on you or other residents.
Any anecdotal stuff that you can tell us about any situations you've been in where you've sort of found yourself feeling lucky to be alive, or not so much, but to survive an altercation or anything like that?
Well, certain things have happened since I've been here. I've broken up fights before. I might have got punched in the middle of it. I've been spit on. But in that case, we just restrain the child as easily as we can.
And there's a code green. Is that what it is? Code where you know everyone responds, all staff has to respond. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, in that case where there's a fight or any kind of altercation, it's a code green, and all available staff would come to help.
So there must be sort of a moment of apprehension. You don't know what to expect. You just know that you have to show up and so is it your training that kicks in, or is it just instinct, mothering instinct perhaps? Or, what is it?
It's instinct, or when they call that code on the radio, you don't know if it's going to be a riot of all the kids in the day room fighting, or you don't know if it's going to be 2 kids or 1 kid with staff. You don't know what to expect, so. But there's a lot of help that comes, so.
So, why do you do this?
I do it because I love working with kids, and I do like to see the good changes that come, and I'm disappointed a lot, but I also am happy for the kids that make it through and get their life together.
Good. Anybody else got a question?
Differences between some of the kids that have been here a while and how they respond when a new kid shows up?
Someone that's been here for a while, they're used to the way things go. Sometimes they think that they can get their way because they've been here for a while, but we don't spoil any certain kids. And then the ones that just come here, they don't know what's going on, and sometimes you have the other kids helping them out, explaining things. So I don't know if that's okay.
Well, no, I mean, I know we had one guy yesterday talk about the fact that you sometimes get the kids that have been here long that try to trip up the new kid. Like he's supposed to read all the rules and he may miss a couple of rules, so they'll try to get him, like make him cross the red line. They'll do that sort of that game.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that? Or?
Yeah, some of the kids will try to get the other kids in trouble. Yeah, exactly. If they're reading the rules and we ask them, have they read all the rules? And they say yes, the other kids will tell them something that's not in the rules, or tell them to ask us something that's completely off the wall. So, and then the other kids start laughing at them when they do.
And, Elizabeth brought up an interesting thing. She was saying, one of the key things the kids get really excited about is being able to get outside. Even if it's going to a doctor's appointment or a dentist, or just getting out and fresh air, all that kind of thing. Would you imagine that's one of the biggest wishes? Or,
Yeah, the residents love to go out no matter what it is. If it's a med run, go outside during class time, anything. They want to get out, get fresh air. It's being locked up in here all the time. It's, no fresh air or anything.
I mean, it's hard to imagine, living like this for even, a week. These kids are a lot longer than that, right?
Yeah, it's hard to imagine because I get to go home at 3 o'clock. So I can get my fresh air. But then I think, some of them made these choices and continue to make them, so they know what to expect.
Besides the obvious, what are the differences between the boys and the girls here?
There is a lot more male residents than there are female. Since I've been here 8 years ago, it's always been like that. We might have 10 girls to 80 boys.
And how about dealing with them? Do you have to deal with them in a different way? Do you ever deal over the boys?
Yeah, I work over on the boys' wing too, sometimes. I'm mostly over on the female side, but it's the same procedure for both of them, except the only difference would be the showering, females with females, males with males. But I'd say that's about the only difference.
Do the girls fight more than the boys, or about the same?
The boys fight more than the girls. Yeah. With the girls, it's very rare that we'll have a fight. It's more bickering with girls than it is with the boys. If the boys are going to fight, they're just going to do it. The girls are going to argue more.